Hey, what up, everyone? How's it going? We got quite a few people jumping in already, right? Just give me a moment. Okay, so, hey, how's it going, bros? So, hey, everyone, thanks for being here on Decisive Talks, right? We are already on the 14th episode here. Things are, I mean, we've been moving along quite well. And everyone, my name is Henrio, and I'm an entrepreneur, digital marketer, and most importantly, a software enthusiast. Today, we I have invited Pankil Shah here. Right? He's the co-founder of Outranking. Okay, Outranking. I'm sure a lot of you are hearing about Outranking because they have quite a bit of controversy that's going on right now, and I have actually invited him so that he can be here to, you know, uh, clear the air, address your concerns, and because I don't want to be I don't want him to be disadvantaged, right? So this is actually a platform for Outranking to tell everyone what is actually going on, what are their, what is the side of the what is the story on their end, so that we can understand from their point of view, and hopefully it becomes a little bit more, how do I say this, more, we feel more balanced, we feel more equal, especially for those of you who are the early supporters, when you bought in the lifetime deal during their, private, lifetime deal that they were running about, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. Okay, so outranking is, to be honest, I don't know what it is really. Is it an SEO content optimization tool? Is it an AI writing tool? I have no idea, right? So we're gonna let Pankil answer that later, and I'm so excited to have him come on the show to clear the air. Hey, Pankil, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I've been good. Just taking it easy today, right? I mean, during the backstage, I told you I had a vaccination jab, my first one today, right? Hey, bros, how's it going? We got a lot of people jumping on the live stream right now. Yeah. So, thank you. Tell us about yourself, man. Where are you from? What do you do, right? And I see from your LinkedIn profiles, I like to get to know a little bit about the people that I speak to just before I interview them, right? So I can see that you are partners with Sir Ken, right? Before jumping into outranking. That's what I
Partners with what?
Sir Ken, your you
Yeah,
have.
so he's one of our co-founders with Outranking. Yes.
Yeah, and I can see that the both of you actually work together in a
Yes.
different business first, right? Before
Yes.
jumping to outranking. How about Natalie as well? How did the two of you get to know her, and why did you and Sir Ken decide to work with her with when it comes to outranking as well, right? So Pankil, go ahead.
All right. Sounds good, man. So yeah, like our background is growth marketing. I have experience raising money, and I have experience building out another successful company called vclassrooming.com. It's still live. We exited out of it. And I joined Enterprise DB Leading Growth, where I was creating highly technical content. And you can research some of my topics that I've written around databases that rank in number one position and potentially outrank Microsoft and AWS for certain niches. Based on the ability, based on what we were doing with that and how we were creating content, we came up with an idea of creating Outranking. So sure, it might seem like other platform, but it is not. We are more driven on research-oriented writing rather than writing out of thin air in with any GPT-3 tool. The way we were introduced with Natalie is SaaS Boss. So let me refrain you. You mentioned on your comments that she calls herself SaaS boss. No,
Oh yeah,
that's not
I
actually.
updated that.
No, wait a second. Let me finish. She's not the SaaS boss. She runs a group called SaaS Boss where all the bosses from the world participate to help each other out. She's running that podcast. She's not the SaaS boss. So let me just clarify that over there. But the way we met over there, it was through one of these sessions where we were trying to network with the right people in the industry, and she provided tremendous amount of value, and we brought her on board to help us lead the community and marketing. And she's excellent at what she does, and she's a very valued member of our community, of our team.
Yep, I understand. I mean, if I mean that mistake, that is my mistake. I do apologize
And
for that.
it's just it's
Yep.
women in women being entrepreneur is not highly recognized yet, and if people take it in all directions as they want, but being respectful is a very 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 important thing. And being an entrepreneur, it's all about empathy. It's about empathizing with all the other entrepreneurs who struggle to make ends meet, right? So the first thing that I learned from her is also empathy, and she has tons of it. So I would strongly suggest everyone out there who's making personal comments about us, or that it's fine, really, guys. But what we really are empathetic people, and we love to help everyone out there and be respectful no matter what, no matter how hard you're gonna crucify us, no matter where you're gonna crucify us, we are going to be respectful to you.
I think that's a very good attitude. Definitely very good attitude, right? Personally, I do have a different viewpoint. If you look at the way that I conduct myself, I don't believe in being nice to everyone. I definitely don't.
Yeah, I've heard that you don't like being nice to anyone
Yep.
else. I've heard that.
Yep. I mean, this is not the first thing. I mean, the us, crossing fires right now. It's
No,
not.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anything for the TRP, man. It's all okay.
Because I feel that there are some how to say irresponsible I mean people out there, and we should correct them as much as
Of
possible.
course,
Because
yeah.
if we are empathetic, I mean, if there are people, if there are customers of outranking, I feel that, you know everyone says this, right? I mean, like, you always have one or two, customers that are very that drains up your customer support, and you should fire them. And I do agree as well. I mean, sometimes that has to happen, right? And I feel that should be the way. If you have our customers like that, I mean, you should get rid of them as well.
Of
I mean,
course, yes, of course.
nicely, of course, do
It's
it
not about
nicely.
getting rid of them. See, it's not even about getting rid of them. And I don't like that attitude, where I say that I want to get rid of them. What I like to say is that if you don't find a value in the product, you haven't used the product, you haven't abused the system, then we have no problem in refunding you the money at all. Okay, you are outside the window, 10 days, 20 days, it's fine. Reach out to support, we'll refund you, no problem at all. We don't have any problem. We
Awesome.
don't want you to pay for anything that you are not finding value in. Okay, if you have found value, you have abused the system, you've used the credits, you've used the documents, then you cannot say that, hey, come back and give me a refund. That's against the policy then. But if you've not used the system, you're still outside the window, it's okay. Reach out to support, we'll refund you gladly, and we'll still have you in the community as being a contributing member if you wish to be. So we're all okay with that, and we respect that opinion that you have.
Awesome, right? We'll come back to this refund topic later on. We have I because I know that there are some people who are actually on this,
I mean, see, a
and
refund. Like, I really don't want to like stress on refund. If you want a refund, guys, some mail support. This is a PR channel where we are trying to communicate how the company is handling situation, where the product is going, how great the product is, how great the founders are, and how they can make things happen. Right? Refund should be taken care by support. Email support. If you have any issues, we'll get you taken care of. We'll refund you if you have not found value in the product. We don't want you to pay for something that you are
but
not
because
enjoying. Okay?
since you don't want to hop on the refund topic, right? Can I just ask one more question regarding the refund? Because
Yes,
I
yes,
think
absolutely.
that this could be some of the concerns of people who actually bought in uh,
You're
that
cutting
you were
off.
running previously. So okay,
Just give me one
okay,
second, Henry.
yep, go ahead.
I need to put my phone on charge here. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yep. So is it a valid case, okay, I know that you are not the ultimate person to decide this, is still your support team, but would it possibly be a valid reason to refund if they when they bought the private lifetime deal, it was marketed as a certain product, but the product has developed into a different product right now, and they just don't see and that's then and they realize that that's not what they want. Is that a valid case, possibly to your support team, to be a refund case?
No, absolutely not, right? So if you've used this, again, I would say if you have used the product, you've taken the value from the product and you are outside of the window, there will be no refund. The product has evolved for good. There has been no problem, people complaining that the product is not going in the right direction. And I take the word for the community. Happy to post a poll and see how many people react to it. But that's not the problem. The problem is that the product has evolved and they are not ripping all the benefits by AI characters, which I strongly disagree. There is a cost to us. There's a huge cost to us in doing what we are doing and how we are doing it. So we need to charge money in order to stay in business. And we respect your decision if you're not able to, and you just want to use what the product was before. Those things, those capabilities are still there in the product. We haven't changed them. You can still use them, and you can still use the exact way that you used before with maybe very, very, very minor tweaks. So there's no going back there. I mean, every company has to do fair and good business. So once the good is used, once the good has been serviced, once the good has been, halfway through the life cycle, you cannot go and say, hey, you know what, can I get a refund? So even there is you can
No, I mean,
buy
if it's a subscription, if it's subscription based, all I need
subscription
to
based. Yeah, just cancel. Doesn't
cancel,
matter.
right?
Cancel, will
Right.
refund you. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
for
we
subscription
just need
based, just cancel,
cancellation.
we'll refund. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cancel the subscription. We'll refund you the money for whatever you paid for that particular month, right? No problem at all. And trust me, we've had less than 1% refunds on our product. It's not the product, okay? It's the complaint that that we are not listening. We are listening. We bump them up, right? So there's other things like we'll get into those questions later on. So that's fine.
Yeah, that's we'll go into that later on. So whoever that has issue and you wanted a refund, right? Just know that it if you don't like how the product is has turned out, then it's not a valid case for a refund. It is
Yeah, I
not a
mean,
valid
you
case.
invested in the team. You took that chance on us, and people love our products. If you see, everyone has good things to say about the product. It's the character limits that they have problems with, or sometimes even with the founders. It's okay. Product is still good. People are loving the product. It is still A grade. It still It is still exceeds the expectation with any other product that out there. But that is not the issue. See, if people want refunds, we have no problem refunding them as far as it's fair. If it is fair, we'll refund them. If it is unfair, then we'll show them proof why it is unfair and that why they cannot. So if you try to game the system, if you try to abuse the system, we have to stop and put a stop to it somewhere. And that's what we are doing. But we haven't had any issues with refunds. So one person who commented in the group, hey man, reach out to support, happy to refund you, no problem.
Okay, so someone, so one of you, because some of you PM me, right, send me a direct message, and you wanted a refund from Outranking. Please reach out to their support. Pankil, could you read out the support email again, so that they can reach out?
Support@outranking.io.
Right, so support@outranking.io. Please send them an email, okay, and let them know that that you want a refund, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
but why are we even talking about refund? Like every deal that we have done has been done
no,
3 months
because
prior
thing
now.
is this, right?
Henry, understand, like this is an
No, I
agenda that we
completely
follow out there.
understand. I completely understand. The whole important thing is this: you can't have good customer support if you don't have a good refund policy.
We have a refund policy of 30 days. We go beyond that,
I
right? Like
understand.
that's just
Understand.
fair and square.
Definitely, right? Definitely, I understand. I understand, right? I definitely understand that. Okay, but if there is a valid case that someone is unhappy, because a lot of time, okay, thank you. You gotta understand this. Your product is not a mature product yet. Am I
It
right?
is actually quite mature. If you, I can like probably, well, you know what, 6 months old product, trying to conquer the world. So yeah, sure, there can be some problems with it, but very well received. See, what is maturity in the product? How do you qualify a product as mature? How many people use it? How they use it? Whether there are bugs or not, right? There's many challenges that come with
Thank
what
you.
is actually a
I
mature
think right
product.
now, okay, I've been giving you the air, right? And I feel there's something that's going on here. Is that you are being very defensive.
Look, I'm not being
You are
defensive.
being
I'm being vulnerable here. I'm being vulnerable here and telling you that the product, sure, maybe in the early stage, but it is getting to the level of maturity faster than
so
what most people would get there.
I think I got to bring up this comment here, and I think it really makes sense to you right now. Thank you.
Oh
I'm
God. Okay.
sorry, this
Uh,
attitude is the major problem. The customer
that's
decide
what
if
I'm.
the product is good or not. Why is the founder stuck in that
Henry, hold
echo
on.
chamber and
Henry.
keeps rambling on how good the product is?
Because
Right,
our
another comment
customers.
here, right? Another comment here. Pankil, instead of being so defensive, try to listen. Try to listen. Thank you. I'm asking you, and not just myself, right? People who are watching this stream right now is saying this. Instead of being defensive, try to listen. Okay, try to listen.
All right.
Can I ask
Uh,
of that from you? Otherwise, we're not going to have a conversation here because you
well,
are
we are
always
okay.
defending yourself.
See, what? No, I'm not defending myself. Listen, Henry. The problem
Not
is now.
defending yourself is being defensive, bro.
No, I'm defending the product. See, you against me, like I could have made mistakes, and I happy to admit when I make mistakes, no problem at all. I don't have any ego at all. But defending the product that we've been working 20 hours since 8 months, last 8 months, is my absolute duty because our people love the product. Our people, I'm not saying us, our people love the product and they vouch for us. So that's really not the concern here. And if it is, bring it up in the group.
Because
Tell us
the
your
way that
feedback, how we
you,
can improve it, and we've always improved it, right? Like if you have
hmm,
feedback where we can improve in the product, how we can improve, and what we can do, bring it to the table. We are always listening, and we've made many adjustments based on our community feedback. If you see people actually go and put feedback on our roadmap and we execute them, they put it in our group as well. Say, hey Pankil, can we have something like this? Hey Pankil, can we do something differently here? This is causing us this kind of problem. We have always addressed that. And think about this, we have thousands of people in our group, and addressing all of those people is challenging, but we still try to. Sure, we sometimes cut short, but remind us that, hey guys, that
they
this is why we
are
built the
reminding you
product,
right
right?
now. Thank you. Stop being
So
defensive.
I'm just
They
making my
are
point. So
reminding you right now.
I'm not
Okay, they
fighting,
are
right? That's why.
reminding you right now. Can you hear what is going on in the Facebook groups?
Yes, I
They are
hear
right
what's
trying
going
to
on.
remind you, okay? But you are blocking all that out and only listening to what you want, okay? Right? I
Okay,
have a
all right.
bunch of questions that this is not this entire interview is not supposed to be here to address telling us about what why you are why we shouldn't be doing this and all that. I want to also find out about what is outranking as
So
well.
right,
Okay,
right, right. Let's
so you
let's let's
think
move on to
you
the next question, and
and I
I'll
think that
try to be more open here. I'll
yeah
try to
and
be
I
more open, Henry. Let's move on to the next question.
yeah
I'll try to be open.
and I think that there is a little is very difficult to follow the flow right now. So so my question to you is this, right? So Pankil, you say that you feel that your product is very mature, and I think in some ways it is. In some ways it is, okay. But you marketed the tool as an SEO content optimization tool when you ran the private lifetime deal. Am I right?
Right. Yes.
Okay, but the issue with your product right now, when people bought in, they were like what, V2, V4, V3, right? And now it's V5, right? Okay, and it is V5 and there is still no content optimization at all. There is URL optimization, there is title optimization, but it does not even tell us, does not suggest to us what the keyword density should be in our outranking.
So Henry, let me correct you. We have keyword density in
I know you
outranking.
have keyword density. I know you have keyword density. Okay. right? Because I made two videos of it.
So then I just like I didn't understand your question. You said we did not even have
You
keyword
don't
density.
you,
That's why I asked you that
you
question.
have keyword density, but you do not suggest what the density should be.
It does. There is a suggestion up on the box over there which suggests what your keyword density should be for each of these keywords. There is a small chart posted up there on every feature. So there is two keyword density feature, current density and actually your topic density. They both have a small chart up there which says what a keyword density should look like. And this is very subjective to how you want to choose. What we suggest is what is the best practice. And it's up to you to define how you want to do it and what you want to do with your content. So it's an approach. It's a different approach of writing content. Density approach has never been
It
a good
tells
approach.
us what the keyword density is, but different
No,
keyword.
it says it suggests what keyword density you should have, what is high, what is low, what is medium, what is okay. There's a chart up there. If you see on the tool
Yes,
itself,
yes, I
and
know that there is a chart. What is low, what is medium, what is high. Okay, but it doesn't tell us, let's say for this keyword, if we are trying to optimize for it, how many times should it appear? What's the term frequency for it?
okay, so my really question is find me one post on Google that says that how many times a keyword on a page influences how they rank on Google. Okay, and I can show you examples of posts that I rank for with very little density for a particular given keyword that I'm trying to rank for. It's more about the topic depth. It's more about what you cover. So hear me out. Our product approach is slightly different when it comes to keyword density. The way you keyword density in other tools, we don't treat it as that way. We are more focused on optimizing it through related keywords data and other formats of making sure that your content is more discoverable in Google. Keyword density is one aspect which to some it matters, to some it does not, and to many it's more confusing than it is. So suggesting that you use a keyword 1,000 times in a blog post is not a practical way of going about creating content. If you are creating your content by forcing you yourself to write something 1,000 times in it, then it's likely that it's more going to lead to keyword stuffing than any additional value. So what you need to focus on is topic depth, making sure that the content is super great and lesser worrying about what the density is. Sure, if your content is not ranking well, that's when you need to look at density and see if you have done keyword stuffing. That's why we have current density. Very two separate thing, guys. So Henry, like, feel free to pull out a couple of posts that I'm talking about: PostgreSQL versus MySQL, PostgreSQL versus SQL Server, right? Like, I'm comparing to biggest database. I ranked for number one on those topics. If you see, I never ever looked at keyword density. You know why? Because I always care more about topic depth. I care how content resonates with my audience. I care if they find value or not. And I care very little whether a keyword is going to help me find a value or not. So my content approach in creating SEO content is slightly different than what other tools might be. That does not make it wrong or right, or it just makes it different. And we are doing things differently. We're focusing more on quality content that you can produce rather than focusing more on how many times the keyword should be used in the content. Preliminary, secondary, if like to the end note, if you are trying to base your content on keyword density, use it to optimize to see if it is very high, very low, moderate to low is okay, high for your focus keyword is okay. You make that call, but that is rarely the ranking factor. What the ranking factor really is: awesome content that really people like reading, is readable, has depth, has questions that answers the reader's question and user intent. That's what ranks in Google, and we focus more on that. So our approach is slightly different. Doesn't make it wrong, it just makes it different.
Sure, no problem. Then what is the suggested keyword density then?
We
Or
don't suggest you keyword
you don't
density.
suggest,
we don't
right?
we don't
You don't
suggest.
suggest, right?
The reason being it
Okay,
can lead
so
to
your keyword density, okay, I just want to I do the thing about SEO is this, right? Only Google know what's going on. Right? Only
exactly right.
Google knows what is going on. Right. Okay. So the thing is this: with your approach, you are saying that don't worry about keyword density. We just have a counter for your keyword density. This is your topic, that this is how much percentage of these keywords that are appearing in the article. Is that
Right.
right?
And we also give you a gauge where you can see if it is high, low, or
Yep.
medium. So you, as an SEO expert, if you are like, you can decide if you want to notch it down or you want to notch it up. But we are not going to suggest something that does not make sense, because Google does not say that this kind of density is required to be ranking in Google. There is a hard fact that density you need in order to rank for Google. We don't want to suggest something wrong. That's why we're not suggesting that, hey, use this much density. We're suggesting that, hey, it looks high. Up to you whether you want to adjust it or not.
Okay. We'll leave it that way. Okay. We'll leave it that way. So now the next question is this, right? Is that early adopters, they bought in at 99 or 199, right? Okay. And they are being bumped up to, let's say they bought the 199 plan. Okay. Where are they bumped up to right now?
So they're
What is
being
the plan?
automatically, so see, everything. So our plans have always been based on limits. Okay, limits. I reframe again. It's limits. We have never restricted any functionality for LTD users ever. Okay, so that's one thing. Like, we've always promised that we'll give you everything. We are always giving everything. The only cap that we had before and the only cap we have right now for any deals are characters based on that. So we thought that maybe some folks who invested earlier in our company, it makes sense that they might feel a little offended that we did not give them more, or they did not get the best deal, right? And what is the best deal that is on par with Appsumo while paying less, right? So if they paid for $199, we automatically bump them to tier 4. Tier 4 is 279. Okay, that is how much? $80 difference, right? So we are letting go of $80. We're adding those characters to the to our existing user base. But what some users are demanding us is asking us to move them to tier 5. Tier 5 is, look, guys, we're doing business. We'll always come up with better products. We'll always come up with better solutions. We'll always have higher tiers, right? Enterprise plans and stuff like that. That does not mean that we can keep bumping everybody to that level. It's not possible. So what we want to do is be fair and square, and we want to give them higher limits. So we bump them up to 4 tier without any questions asked, right? And if you give us honest review, it doesn't matter. You give us 4-star, 3-star, 1-star, 2-star, 5-star, doesn't matter. You give us any kind of review, we'll give you, and by an additional code, we'll even bump you up to 5 tier, which now makes you save $100 more than what Appsumo users would ever save, right? So it's really up to you. If you think that this is a positive gesture, I mean, which most people have thought out, like, this is really a good gesture that the company is making. And sure, we did not communicate that very well in the beginning, and that's my fault, part of the communication. And the reason is that, see, guys, we're always learning. And we make mistakes, we learn, we adapt, and then we address it to the community. That's what we exactly did. We cannot please everyone, so there is no winning here. But what we want to win is the hearts of most people. Want to listen to make sure that majority of our audience is taken care of, no matter what, and they don't feel cheated. And this is not our intention. We want to treat everyone with highest respect. We want to make sure that they get the best plan ever. But the best plan ever means in terms of how much they paid, not how much we are going to sell, right? So if you say that tomorrow we are launching an enterprise plan, hey, you know what? I'm an early adopter. Bump me to an enterprise plan, which costs $10,000. It's impractical. You cannot just do that, and no business can do that. If I was like selling version 1 of an air fryer, tomorrow I come up with version 2, my early adopters are gonna say, hey, you know what? Version 1 is no good. I want version 2 for free. We cannot make that happen because we're running a business. We don't want to go out of business, guys. What we really want to do is help support you while making sure the business is sustainable. That is why we helped you bump up that credit. Now, some people also complain that AI characters are too less. It is less, and I agree it is less. If you care about AI characters, choose a higher tier or choose a plan that is recurring, because it's an ongoing cost to us. We need money to sustain the business and keep growing and cater to you, make you happy, provide support, make the product better, develop. All of these is essential. And to make that happen, we need paying members, right? And we need to make sure that we are not shelling out money in a negative way that we have to shut the doors, right? So we're trying to do the best as we can by pleasing as many as we can. But we have to put a full stop here, and this is as high as we can go right now. And I'm sorry if it doesn't really please everyone. I really am. But it's not in my hand, guys. We want to make sure the product evolves, and we want to make sure that we can keep communicating like this from 10 years from now. And that cannot happen if if we were to just go around and please everyone. So I really appreciate for everyone's feedback, and I really appreciate that you guys felt out, maybe left out. But understand, guys, this is a business. We have to do a business in a
I think
profitable way.
everyone understands that, right? But
Right.
I think,
So
but thank you, right? I think the problem here is that you don't understand what's going on right now. Thank you. Have you ever purchased anything from Appsumo?
I've purchased a couple of times. Yeah, sure.
You purchased a couple of times, right? You might not be,
I'm not
like
that tech savvy. I understand, like, some people have concerns. So here, this is what I say to everyone, whoever has concern, please email support. Explain the situation, that this is how you can get a
I
better
will
deal.
represent them
Listen,
to
listen, listen,
explain.
listen, listen to me. I have a solution for this, Henry, for everyone. Okay. I have a solution for this for everyone. Please email support, explain the problem. Don't explain this in the common forum because it's out of the bounds to understand. What I would really suggest is that email support, tell them that you this is why you feel that you could have had a better deal with Appsumo, and we'll see if we can make the adjustments for you if they are reasonable. But if you ask us to bump it to tier 5 without any cause or reason, that really cannot happen. So what I would really suggest is reach out to support, explain your situation, see how we can help you out in any way that we can, and we'll do everything that we can.
So, Pankil, can I ask you a question, right? Do you think that I'm actually trying to help you here, or am I trying to bring you down right here?
Just thinking that you are being neutral. You are, and you're just facilitating the conversation, not in favor of me or not in favor of the crowd. You're just facilitating the conversation, I think, which is what a great host should do, and I think you're doing that.
Thanks so much, right? Because you just kind of go on and on and on, and you keep trying to the whole thing is this, right? Is that you are still not listening. You're still
I'm
not
li-
listening.
right. I'm listening.
Okay.
You asked me a question, so I was answering.
Okay. So now my now the whole thing is this, right? Is that I know that you have not purchased a lot on Appsumo, and we over here we are crazy over Appsumo. We have spent like, you know maybe like we probably have a value of a house that we have spent on Appsumo here, right? And but we are also very, financially savvy, so we actually want to save a lot of money on Appsumo. So what happens is this, right? Is that people can actually get a 10% discount on Appsumo when they create a brand new account. Okay, and that's what a lot of people are actually doing right now. And you get a 10%, and then you get a briefcase from Appsumo. Do you know about briefcase?
Yes, I know about briefcase.
Okay, so you get a briefcase, right? And what briefcase does is that it gives you another 10% discount on top of the 10% that you get from a brand new account. Okay, and you pay $147 and you get $196 in credits. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my calendar, right? Sorry, my calculator right here, and to kind of calculate and show you why people are so upset about your deal right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your how much is tier 4 again? 279, right?
Mhm.
Okay. This is 279, and I get a 10% discount from a brand new account. Okay. And then I get 10% off briefcase.
Mhm.
And because I pay $147, okay, and I get 196 in credits, I get $49 for free, right? So I minus
I
my
no wait. I did
$49,
not
right?
I did not understand. So does that apply to everyone who's purchasing on Appsumo? All of these three deals?
Everyone can apply these discount methods. Okay, everyone can
All
apply these
three
discount
discount.
methods.
All three discounted methods are applicable to everyone that does this.
Yes, that's what we are trying to tell you, right? That's what your members are trying to tell you in your group, right? So maybe you don't understand, but I'm explaining to you right now. So it's 279. I get a 10% discount, and I get 10% off briefcase. Okay, and then I minus $49 because I pay 147 and I get 196 in credits. So I get $49 dollars in credits extra. So I oops, my bad here. Sorry. Two okay. I minus $49. Actually, I only have to pay 176.99. Okay. And I can get the tier 4 plan of Outranking. This is
Okay. All
why
right.
I'm trying to tell you that people are upset, and that's why they're asking you for tier 5. Okay, and I know tier 5 might be too much, but we need to think of the promo buyers, okay, who bought
I
in
agree.
early,
So
early lifetime deal. Okay, so you might not be able to double what is on tier 4 because you double tier 4 and that becomes tier 5, right? The character limits, right?
yeah. Mhm.
So but what you need to do is actually to at least give what is, the difference in the
I
price.
agree, Henry here. So based on the calculation that you showed, you said that they can actually purchase the $279 deal for 179,
Yes.
right? Right.
No,
Now
$176.99.
176. Let's round it
Yep.
up to 175, right? So everyone
Yep.
feels better. Okay. So 175 against what they have paid is 199. Okay. So they have paid 199 so far for that deal. They could buy a $279 deal for 179, right? So you are saying the discrepancy is of $25 that
Yep.
we currently
Yes.
have with them. $25.
Yes.
Okay. You know, guys, what? We'll make those adjustments for you, $25, and we'll come out with something that can address this $25 specifically for everyone to be fair and
Awesome.
square, right? So it's no big deal.
Okay,
Like,
that's a
listen,
very
if
good gesture from you.
$25, yeah, if $25
Okay.
is the question, I understand. But bumping to tier 5 is 100 and something in
Yes.
change for us, which is
Yes.
a lot more to ask for.
Yes.
So somewhere in between, now I get the point.
Hmm.
Okay, I totally get the point.
Awesome. Finally, you
$25
get the
is
point,
no
right?
big deal. Yeah.
Okay. Finally, you get the point, right? Okay. And another thing is this, right? If I can buy the same view right now, okay, with a more mature product, which is V5 of our ranking right now, okay,
Mhm.
and if I were to buy your early adopter deal
Mhm.
and I pay the same price, okay,
Mhm.
does it is it fair to buy in as an early adopter? There's more
So
risk
as an
involved.
it's totally fair. See, they're both two different things. If money is tight for you and you want to make sure that you can do a little bit of manual work and a few minutes of your time here and there, it's okay that you are lost, then you can go with an LTD that will give you bang for the buck, right? But it's not going to give you character limits. What is different is in early adopters, you get higher document limits and lower credit limits. But in early adopters, you get lower documents limit and higher character limit. So there is a balance for both. One is monthly. So at the end of the year, you are going to land up paying 500 bucks for the smallest plan. While for LTD for lifetime, you are going to spend, land up paying that. So there is a huge parity. The early adopters is also going to go away, and the prices are going to be increased, right? So this is open to all of our audience, everyone, right? Like we're not saying that you not early adopters cannot buy it or any of those. Uh, it's fair. The reason being they're very two different things. One is aimed at helping the company uh, in a different way, also helping the customers and catering to their use cases in a very different way, where high volume is a priority, where time is a priority, where you need to make ends meet at the end of the day is a priority. Then you can choose a starter plan and make sure that you can do everything on the platform as fast as you can without having to worry about character limits. But if you are an LTD, if you're worried that how much money you spend on blogs is, uh, let's say you are a solopreneur, you do this on the side, you have a few minutes every day to write a blog post. In those cases, you can choose those lower tiers, and you can still get away with it. The research, SEO, key related keyword data, outline mapping, everything is still available, guys. Only difference is that concept consumes too many characters. And I agree, it does, but it has to for the quality that it generates. So otherwise, there will be no quality. So it's a differentiated product. You're free to not use it, and I respect that. And as much as I'd want for you to use it, I respect that you can't use it. And everyone's situation is different. That's why we have this different kinds of tiers that can talk to different kinds of people. And we're trying to make sure that everyone's taken care of. But there's a very two different things. See, the product for with the next release is going to be even more advanced, right? Like if people are talking about concepts right now, you will see what they talk about when the next release comes out, and concept just blows their mind up. But if that's the later talk, right? What we want to really do is get as many people in as right now while the product is evolving. Next month, the product is going to be even stronger. The month after that, even stronger. And that's just how it proceeds. But we have been going fast. And the product has evolved so much in just 2-3 months, which other companies usually take 6 to 7 or 8 months to release so many releases, right? In order for us to go that fast, we need to make these adjustments. We need to have a way to capture all the users and all the use cases, and that's exactly what we are doing. Sometimes we made mistakes, and I agree. Sometimes we don't. But in this particular case, they're very two different things.
Okay, so the thing is this, right? For me, is that when it comes to being an early adopter, we buy in at 199, and now you're on an Appsumo. Okay, but I
Hold
can
on a second. Hold on. I couldn't hear you properly. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
can you hear me right now? Is it
Yes,
clear
yes,
right? Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
if I buy in your deal as in your private lifetime deal, okay, and that was what V3, right? And now
It
it's
was actually V2. It was actually
okay
V2.
V2, right? Now it's that was V2, and now it's V5, and I could actually just buy during the Absumo deal. I don't have to buy in during your private lifetime deal, and
You
I
didn't
can
have to.
aim the same exact limits. Okay, why would I want to risk myself and my time giving you that feedback? Okay, and putting in that time giving you all the feedback to test out your tool and put in my own money. Okay, to help you to go from V2 to V5 and not be rewarded. I think
Uh,
that is
See, reward is very subjective, Henry. Like, look, like when I was a kid, right? I would go to school and say, "Hey, mom, dad, you know what? If I get an A grade, will you give me this?" Right? That was a reward, right? But what did my mom and dad say? You know what? No, in the final exam, if you get the full score, we'll reward you with this, right? Reward is
so
very subjective. No. Listen to me. Reward is very subjective to how people feel about the community. What I would really ask people to focus on here is, has the product over the period of time when you have known outranking provided value? Have we helped you achieve a higher goal in creating content that actually helps, right? Have we done all of those things or not? Besides that, we also had an add-on discount for all the members earlier on. That price is not available anymore. We made it available only exclusive to our early adopter LTD users who wanted to capitalize on this. $39 for 2 million characters, which does not exist anymore. We tried many ways to cater to them and make sure, tell them that, hey, we are going in a different direction and this is a chance. And people sometimes thought that we were doing a FOMO, but we were not really. We were just actually concerned that LTD users will have issues when we increase the price. So we laid it out very first and said, guys, the price is going to increase. It's okay if you don't want to buy, but we just want to keep you aware. So we did let them out. And even right now, like when you suggested, you made those numbers, I agree, right? I'm willing to make those amends with $25. Make sure they are bumped up to a higher tier or a higher character limit or a higher document limit. We'll make those changes, no problem. uh, but yeah, it's very different things.
Yeah, I think what I'm trying to say here is, thank you. You gotta listen.
I'm
You gotta
listening.
listen, man.
I'm listening.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta
I'm
listen, man. I
listening, man.
can
Like
tell you
I'm
that this is the most frustrating interview that I've had to do, man. And I gotta be sitting here, right? Because there are 34 people just watching me doing this. Thank you. Can you listen?
I am listening.
Awesome. Okay, great. Okay, just give me the floor for the next 2 minutes. Okay,
Take away,
why would
man.
I buy? Why would I buy your private lifetime deal when I can buy the same deal that goes on Appsumo at the same price when it's more developed?
So you brought into a product at early in this stage, and you will also have the best deal possible for the amount you paid on our platform at any given period of time. That is why. So listen up. If $25 is what the difference was, now imagine what would they get for $199. Okay, so let's say they spend 176 to get $279 deal. We'll bump them even up further. Okay, it's no problem at all. There are other things that we have laid out that we will do. We have not even sold to many members that came in, right? The strategies that we will adopt going in future will highly make sure that our real early adopters are taken care of no matter what. There will be features in future that will be restricted to other people but not to our actual LTD users, right? Look at the commitment that we have made to them when we actually gave the product. We said we'll give you all features. Okay, but when we went to Appsumo, we said the plan for the Appsumo will match our professional plan. Okay, that's two different things, guys. Understand, the LTD users, what they bought in, eventually next month they'll even get to use this what do you call first draft automation. Now all those features are not going to be available to everyone, guys. So you are going to have a hands-on advantage of joining the platform no matter what at any given period of time, but you have to give it time, or you have to give us time or the product time to evolve it to a nature where we can actually show you guys this value. We're still new, we're still adapting, and we'll get there. So Henry, there is a real advantage of joining as early adopters. Features are not restricted. Look at this, like we even made keyword research tool available to all LTD users, right? Going further, when Appsumo is done or whatever, people who have joined in later on will actually have their credits deducted for keyword research. It cannot be a sustainable business if we give everything for free, but for our early adopters, that is not a problem. Automation will not be a problem. Tons of other things will not be a problem that will be restricted for ongoing new users. So it's very different, and we really value their feedback and we really love you guys. So we will respect that. We will make sure that you are taken care of no matter what, and you have the highest standard of the product. But character limits is an ongoing challenge. We have to address that. We have to keep it separate out of what's happening right now.
Okay, thank you. I gotta say this one more time, but you gotta listen, right? You gotta
Henry,
listen.
wait, Henry, you asked me why would they buy an LTD before and not right now from AppSumo, right? My answer to you was that because they will get unlocked advantage to all the features that Outranking has been building and will build
Okay,
out in
let's
the future.
let's take one question here first, before I
Yep.
dive in and try and get to you and tell you what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so here's a question here, right? So AppSumo buyers won't get future plans. Will
No,
AppSumo buyers be
yeah.
locked out from any features?
No, they will be on par with professional plan, but our original LTD users will have unlocked to some enterprise plans as well. So, for example, We have a plan of rolling out keyword tracking, right? Like some of those things that will actually consume credits will be available to all to our actual early adopters, which we cannot make it available to Appsumo users because we made a promise to them to be close to professional. While to LTD users, we made a promise. The early adopters or the ones that joined our LTD private LTD, we promised them all features. Okay, two different things, and we will keep that promise. We'll give you guys all features.
Okay, so we got a comment right here, which is exactly the point that I'm trying to make here. Okay, thank you. I'll give you a simple solution instead of going in circles around the problem. Okay, which, to be honest, thank you, that's exactly what you're doing here right now. Okay, either provide a greater value to your early adopters than the current deal, or refund them. Because why would I pay 199, okay, and get pay 199 in your early deal, get 100K character limits, and come over to Appsumo and buy your
I
lifetime deal at V5 and still pay 199,
I
right?
already
Why
addressed
would
this,
I
Henry.
buy why would I buy a a 2019 laptop at the same price and pay the same one, okay, which is much better, much faster, and still pay the same price? Okay, if you have developed your product, why would I go in now? Why wouldn't I just wait 1 year later and buy your product? Because you are going to have a lifetime deal later, right? So why would I buy in at 199, put in my effort, give you feedback, and put in my money when you are still a V2 product?
Okay. Let me
Okay,
know when I can answer.
right? So look, another comment just came
No,
in right
wait. Can I?
here.
Can I
Thank
wait, wait,
you. I guess
wait.
what Henry is trying to highlight is that when private lifetime deal was launched, the early adopters took higher risk. And what you're
Get
trying to
it.
tell me is
Get
that early adopters, okay, early adopters are only going to get future features which we can't see. That's
Okay.
that's okay. If everyone here, okay, if people are fine with getting enterprise features and having the same exact deal right now, if you're early buyer and or Appsumo buyer, okay, if you are early buyer and you get future enterprise features, if you are okay with that, then we'll let this matter rest. But
Yes, yes,
if
no, we are absolutely open to that. And that's what I'm mentioning, Henry. We made it very clear that all features for our like real LTD users that we did is going to be always available. And we have always stood by that even right now. Okay. For new AppSumo users, it's or AppSumo or like coming users, right? Not just AppSumo. There will be more users coming from every different platform. And even then, they will not have access to they will have the closest access is professional, not enterprise. They'll not have some access to products that are crazy good and do some amazing things, right? Which our early adopters will have access to. And I'm happy to listen to any other concerns. So like I understand from the calculation that you made that people have concerns. We're willing to make that adjustments, no problem.
okay,
But it has to be a fair and square deal. So I cannot say right now what we will
thank
do,
you.
but
We
we
are
will come up with
very
something that is
Thank you. We
fair.
are reasonable people here, or at least I'm trying to be reasonable for these people here. Okay, the people who are unhappy right now. Okay, who bought
Yep.
in the early deal and they're unhappy. I'm trying to be reasonable for them. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that the early buyers are getting the same deal right now. Don't talk about future features, enterprise plan, whatever it is.
They're not,
Right now,
Henry.
okay, I pay 199. I'm going to get 199, the same thing as what's on Appsumo after the discount, whatever is
It's not
whatever
the
it is.
same deal, Henry. Again, see, we're willing
It
to make
is.
amends, but
Thank
it's
you.
not the
It
same
is
deal.
the same deal right now. The product is the same. There's no differentiation at all. That's what I'm trying to say. If people are okay with, if you are the early buyer, you get access to enterprise plan. If you guys are okay with that, okay, those of you who are not happy with what Pankil is saying right now, please comment right now, okay?
Hey,
Otherwise,
what
your
I'm going to
voices
do,
will not
Henry,
be heard
is
anymore.
what I'm
Okay,
going to do,
otherwise
Henry,
your
is
voices will not be heard anymore. What I'm trying to say is that with early adopters, you should give them a small bonus for being there from you from V2 to V3 to V4 and now V5. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all.
you know what, Henry? There's besides the question that you just said, what really amazes me that so many people are fighting back, which does really mean that they care about the product, which is good. So thank you everyone for really actually pushing for it and making sure. And on the side note, like all the concerns that you have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out some options for users to pick from, that wherever they feel comfortable with, where they are not feel left out, they can choose that, and we can make amends with that. So I understand the concern that some people feel like, they could have paid a little cheaper price for the same product. We'll see how we can bridge the gap. No
Not,
problem at
not,
all. We're willing
not,
to listen to
not, now
that.
the point is this, right? Thank you. You're going to make amends for the price difference of $25, right? Correct? We already
Yes.
settled that. That issue is out of the door already. Okay, that issue
Right.
is out of the door already. Now the what I'm trying to say is just that early adopters should be given, right, because they been through with
So
you from
look, we gave incentives.
five, and
Henry,
they should
Henry,
be slightly
understand.
rewarded. That's all I'm saying.
I understand. Like, if like, see, if there were good gestures for every little good thing that we do, I could be a millionaire. But it's not that we need to run a profitable business. So understand, I want to make amends with the guys. I want to give them a surety that they will get the enterprise plans. I want to make sure that they feel comfortable, where that they are not cheated. I'll make sure of that. I can do all of that. But going beyond that is
No one
going
is
really
asking you to go
beyond
beyond that, right? Thank you. At least I am not asking you to go beyond that. I am not asking you to go
that.
beyond that. I'm
Yes.
asking you to, hey, thank you. Can you give the early adopters the fair share?
They
Let
will get
them
the fair
feel
share. They
balanced. Let
will.
them
They
feel
will. They will.
equal for what they have paid couple of months ago and whatever is right. And a couple of months ago and the effort that they have put in to help you to grow your tool from V2 to V5. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I agree.
If
See,
they're gonna
startup.
milk you, if they're gonna milk your business, okay, then these I definitely agree with you that these people are not are trying to rip you off. Okay, I'm just trying to get a fair deal for whoever is on who
Right.
bought in
I
early.
agree. I agree, man. I agree. So we'll really try to come close to this guy. It's no problem at all. And just give me a second.
Right. So everyone, uh, I think that's a very good discussion. Right. So far we at least I've made some inroads with Pankil with outranking right now. Is that those who bought in early, Pankil will work something out. I'm sure in the next couple of days, maybe next week, he will come out with something for you guys. Okay, right. So the next thing that I want to cover, and I don't want to drag this over too long, right? Because
Just one second, Henry. I see some comments here,
okay,
and people are saying
you
that
do you want me to
they
bring,
love.
you want me to bring up any comments? Please let me know. Right.
Yeah, no, no problem. I just want to address some of these comments. Like, I see that people are saying that we have no intentions of you guys going out of business. We certainly care about you and outranking. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Sure, we made some mistakes, and who doesn't make a mistake, right? Like, I grew up making mistakes, and that's how I grew up. So I will make sure that you guys are taken care of, no matter what. And we'll see what we can do. We'll lay out some foundation where you can pick and choose which and what you want to do with your account, that is fair square, and we'll make sure that you get adjusted for that. So no issues. I'll address that in the group and in the email later on, maybe tomorrow or later today.
Yep. These people definitely care about you, right? There's no point in buying your deal, right? And then, having outranking run our business. No one is gonna win, right? No one's gonna win. But all we want is just a fair share for the effort time and money that we put in as an early adopter. That's all, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, Henry.
Awesome,
I
right?
agree.
And
Like, you know what? You know
that's
what the
great, right?
problem is? You know what the problem is? The calculation was never explained to us this precisely, and
There was
like
actually.
it's never explained to us this precisely. I'm thank you for
Yes,
explaining this, and if this is really the case. We want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. But no need for going around and calling names to founders and outranking. Come on, guys, let's be civil a little bit. We'll make sure that we listen to you, and
awesome,
we'll make sure that you are on par with what's the best plan you should have been given. So we'll try and come close to those expectations.
awesome. Because sometimes when people don't get it right, then we gotta do something to get your attention, right? And I'm so glad that you agreed to do this because we have addressed two of the issues that outranking has come across right now. Okay, so the other issue that I find is that your marketing campaigns have been a little bit deceptive, right? So you went from we're not gonna do a lifetime deal. Not gonna go Appsumo anymore. We're not gonna go to Appsumo. Okay, and look what happens. And you have a $39 credit deal, a monthly credit deal that was going on, and then you say, okay, this is the end. But now you have the deal, $39 deal going on again,
No, we don't
right?
have $39 deal again. We do not have $39 deal going out again
It's
ever.
it's the $39 monthly deal
It's
for the
not.
year,
It's not
right?
there. It's not there. It's gone.
Okay, so yes, it's gone. But when you came back on the AppSumo, there was
Yeah.
a
So let me
deal.
address that. Right. Let me
Yep,
address that. Yeah. Let me
yep.
address that. So, ever heard of a story where you didn't expect a baby, but you had a baby, right? Like tons and tons of time. When we launch our product, or when we roll out to be individuals, or we roll out to be a company as is, we don't know what future holds for us. We don't know where the plans or how things will evolve. We don't know that. Hey, I could be sitting at home. I could run into an accident, and tomorrow I'm at home. Like all my plans are gone, right? So understand, things can really change for anyone, any company. Circumstances can change anytime, right? And what happened with us, that we really did not want to do LTD. We were so successful doing something on our own that we didn't want to go on another platform. But they were persistent, and they came up with something that would have helped us really get exposure. More exposure for the company means faster product, better product, and more agility in what we can do with our product and give advantage to our users, right? So we took the chance and we said, we want to accelerate. We want to give our existing users and new users the most capable product that they can ever use in the market, and go with that. In order to make that happen, companies make decisions that they have to, even if they don't want to. And when you go on AppSumo, they specifically they do not allow you to share the information that you have gone there, yes or no. Okay, so it's very little amount of flexibility that you have. So understand, guys, things
Oh,
change.
we
Things
we
change.
we
Things
I think
evolve.
we definitely understand that, right? And what I'm trying to say is that it seems to be happening over and over again, right? It seems to be happening over again. It seems like this is your marketing technique, that this is
No,
your
it's
growth
not. It's
tactic,
not actually.
right?
We
This is
don't
your
have a
growth
marketing
hacking method.
technique. Let me make this very clear, Henry. We don't have a marketing technique. If you see, we don't do any ads. Okay, we get tons and tons of traction without it. So our marketing is our word of mouth and people's goodwill that gives us, excel us, and brings us closer to a product which is superior in many ways. So that's really not it. Our marketing tactics have been to grow the company. And who doesn't use marketing tactics in their early?
Okay, so I think that he has some connectivity issues. Let's give him a moment. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to bring up, right, is that the of course, if it happens once or twice, I think that's fine, right? But the issue is that it seems like they have been doing this multiple times. Okay, he has disconnected. We'll get him back. Okay, so here's Pankil. Hey, Pankil.
Hey, I did it. Did
Hey,
we lose? Did you guys lose me or did I
yeah,
lose
yeah,
you?
we lost you for a couple of seconds there. Yeah, please go
Okay,
ahead.
so now I just lost total track of my thoughts over here. But the point is, guys, things need to change to be better. If they don't change, then they cannot be better. So if everyone was sticking by what they said, like 10 years ago and not adapt, we cannot live in future. And if you guys really want us to see the product grow, you want to make sure that concepts and outranking can really do this in 2 minutes for you, that you are still doing it in 1 minute. You need to go out and support us. We will support you as an early adopter. I agree here that everything that has been happening, we could have handled it a little better, but we are new to it. That's why we don't have any marketing. And we're like barely 9% team has a. Okay, thank you so much, Wilson. I'm just reading some comments and like, but you know what? Like, we'll make mistakes, we'll learn from it, but we are never, never, never egoistic and not ready to listen. We want to listen to you guys, and we will make amends no matter what.
I hope that Pankil, you know, one thing is you want to listen, right? I hope that you really listen, right? I mean, you stick to your words. Personally, I'm a
I
little bit
know.
different to
I didn't
you.
say I would. I am listening even right now, even better actually than
Awesome.
before.
Okay,
Uh,
then you
so
are. I hope that you can listen better, right? That's all I'm asking for. Is what I'm a little bit different from you. I feel that when your plans change, okay, and if they keep changing and changing, I think people feel that they don't trust you anymore, right? I mean, because you don't stick to your words. If the $39 per month plan is gonna go away, but it came back again,
no,
and
it
you
did
can
not. I don't know
overdue.
what you're talking about, Henry. It never came back. Who told you this? This is false
Um,
information.
I'm not sure, right? But I think I saw
So
an
yeah,
email,
so yeah, we can
right? I saw
skip
an
this one
email.
because it never happened.
Okay, right? Okay, so and if your words keep changing, right, I think it's very difficult for people to trust you. That's what I'm trying to say
So,
is people
understand here. No,
they're
it's not
losing trust
difficult.
in outranking. Okay,
Sir, Henry, plans will change, have to change in order for it to.
I think he has some issue there. Okay, I mean his connectivity is like one bar right now, so it's okay. We'll let him come back. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that if he if they don't stick to their words, right, then how can you trust them? That's all I'm trying to say, right? Okay, let's bring up some comments. So we got some fight. Okay, red card. Henry is promoting listener here. There's no listener. Is that okay? So Pankyu is back. Okay. So anyway, the Pankyu, my what I'm trying to say is that your plans change and that's fine, but hopefully you can communicate better and tell people, right, why you're
We
on
can.
Appsumo,
I
right?
agree. I agree. I agree
Yep.
with you, Henry.
And
We
and
can
then
communicate better.
yep. I think that communication should be improved so that people can trust you, right? People can trust outranking.
So, Henry, I agree. Communication can be a little better, and has been not the best part of outranking. I agree. But look, listen, we are 6, 7, 8 months old, right? So give us benefit of doubt. We are extremely small team making really fast changes, fast adjustment. So sometimes this can be a problem, and I agree. We'll try to be better. Okay, we're not saying we're perfect. We'll try to be better and better and better, and make sure that we live up to your expectation eventually. But you're gonna have to give us a benefit of doubt here, guys. We're a very small team, and we're
I
really trying
think
to do some amazing things.
the issue is that we gave you too much.
How? How?
The whole list that the list of issues with our ranking, right? I'm not
Like
even done
what
with it.
sort of issues?
I'm not
What
even
sort of
done
issues?
with it, right? The pricing issue, right? The early adopter issue, and then the marketing methods that you guys are running.
So
Okay.
pricing, so Henry, pricing and early adopter issue is the same thing. Product never has been an issue. Communication has been an issue, and I agree. But we are a team of seven. Who doesn't make mistakes in communication, right? Like I grew up making mistakes, and we all grew up making mistakes, and that's how we've gone and gotten where we are, right? If we don't mistakes, we don't learn. And this is the new
Yeah,
venture
but
for us.
when
This is a new
when there
product.
is a stack of mistakes, the perception is very different.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree. The perceptions can change for the people, and you could start judging us a little differently than what it is. Uh, but guys, we always stand by product. We try to build amazing products that can give you value. So just hold on, hang in a little bit longer. People make mistakes. We make mistakes. Companies make mistakes. But we'll make sure that we make as little of mistakes as possible going further, and make sure our communication is as strong as possible when we do
Awesome.
major things like this.
Awesome, right? So I mean, hopefully we can see that happening, right? So I have just one last thing to clarify with everyone, which we kind of talked about it a little bit before. I'm just giving you the platform to clarify with everyone. We spoke about this on the backstage, right? So the issue there is a screenshot that is going around right now, where it's one of your customer success team members that says that you got to give us sufficient tackles, otherwise we will not you got to give us sufficient tackles, a review of sufficient tackles, and then we will upgrade your plan. That's kind of the gist of the comment that was
The,
that was the
I
screenshot that
know,
was going
Henry.
around, right? Okay, it could be that not just the communication is bad between you, I mean your the founding team, as well, together with your early adopters, but maybe your founding team might have an issue with communicating with the rest of your team as well, right? So
I agree.
I could we clarify about that?
Yes, 100%. The person who posted the image of it, if you see the thread is not full, he's replying to a thread which is on top of it. He never said, give us 5 tacos or will not give you reviews. One thing. Second, my first message to which this entire thread started asked for honest reviews only. Okay. Nothing else. I never mentioned 5 tacos, never mentioned 2 tacos. So it's possible that people must have taken it out of context and say we asked for 5 tacos, but no, we never asked for 5 tacos. We need 5 tacos. Yes, we need 5 tacos. Do we need 10 tacos? Yeah, sure, we need 10 tacos. But we never ask for it. We ask for honest reviews only. And this happens all the time. You can ask for honest reviews when you go to a restaurant, when you go to Wayfair, when you go to G2. G2 is giving you $10 to give a review on some of the things that they are doing. Is that incentivized? Yes, it is incentivized, but it is honest. We are asking for honest reviews only. It's fine. You don't want to give honest reviews and still purchase the code and be moved up to 5th tier. We said okay to as well. See numerous chats that we've had with customers where we've okayed that as well. It's no problem, guys. We want to make sure that we move you up to the tier without as little friction as possible. You don't feel in at your heart that you need to support outranking. That's okay. We value that opinion as well, no matter what. So it's okay, guys. To make the clarity, the person who's posted it has combined the screenshot from the top and the bottom to make it look like it's a thread. It's not. Read the entire thread. Start from top to bottom. All of you have access to the group, okay? Access to the group. Verify this yourself and then be the judge for it. So don't rely on someone who just want or has some agenda with us for some reason. But please go verify this in the group. If we ever say this, please go verify with every member who has given us review and we've asked them to give you 5 tacos or not. In fact, some people have given us 3 tacos if you see that, and we've still given them credits. Okay, not possible, guys. We are not those kind of people who cheat you or and get you to give us good reviews for good credits. And why would you even want to buy from us more if the product is crap, right? And if it doesn't work for you. So these are all genuine reviews that people have taken time. If you see, everyone that has bought and given reviews have bought thousands of codes from Appsumo before. Okay, so you cannot discredit everyone who's out there and who's been making these comments and taking time to review the product. But if you want to, sure.
Okay, so Pankil has clarified that. Okay, the Pankil has clarified that. Okay, it's not that It's not that you got to leave a certain number of tackles. As even if you want to give one tackle and you want to get yourself upgraded. Although I have no idea why you want to do that. I definitely agree with
Exactly.
you, right?
And
Thank you.
so
I have
read the
no idea
comment from
why.
Wilson.
Yep.
Read the comment from Wilson. I was there the whole time. That's the truth. It is the truth, guys. It's in the group. It's open. Read the thread and decide for yourself. When yeah, that's where I stand. I mean, fact is fact. And I would
Yep.
say, make sure that you have the proof of it and not rely on someone else's word for it. Go check
Right.
out the group, guys. We accept everyone in.
Yep. Okay. I do agree with that. Okay. So Pankil has mentioned this. Okay. If you want to give one tackle and get yourself upgraded, go ahead. I'm sure they're gonna do that as well. But I feel that I wouldn't know why would you want to buy a Appsumo deal that is so terrible to you and you still want to keep it for yourself. So I have no idea why you want to do that. But I just want to give Pankil the floor to clarify this. That screenshot that's going around, it might be taken out of context. Okay. So I remember that the person who made that comment is from
He
your team.
copied and pasted the
Yep.
comments. If you see, he copied and pasted. There is no screenshot of it, and that's one of the reasons why. And see the main post. Okay, when I posted it, everyone else is replying to it. So you can take this easily out of context. Read my post, guys. I am the spokesperson of the company, communicating with you guys, making sure that you guys are listened to. Right? Listen to me here. I am saying we don't need tacos from you, but at your heart, if you feel that Outranking is doing an absolutely amazing job at building the product and the team behind it is really working hard, then do it out of your heart. Don't No force, no force at all, guys.
All right. So I mean, just on the review issue, I think there was someone who is in the groups, right, that's going around. I think he posted about, I think, like one tackle or something for your view. Like you got to require five tackles, but
I
on
don't know who said that,
the
but here, check out my post. That's what I would say. Don't rely on anyone else's word. Rely on the post that's out there. Look, there are many people that when we have thousands of people in the company, there will be comments that circulate that are taken out of context all the time. We do not want to force you into giving us reviews. Okay, let me make that very clear. Even if it wasn't clear on the group, I'm making it very clear right now. Don't give us reviews. If you still want to be bumped up to 5, we will. We don't need your reviews. But if you
okay.
feel at your heart that we are doing a good job at coming up with the best product and best strategy, please do.
I think
And
that is awesome, right?
yeah,
Well done, right, Pankil? Okay, Pankil has said that. Okay, you don't even have to leave a review now, and they will bump you up.
right.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Okay,
Uh,
you don't even have to leave a review. You just gotta, I mean, you just gotta buy whatever the missing tier is, and then they'll bump you up. Okay, you don't even have to leave a review anymore. Okay, just I think this and those of you who want to review, outranking, go ahead. And I encourage you to as well. That will help their team to grow. Okay, and that's all. I think pretty much I've asked to cover all the issues that we have went through, right? Is there anything else that you guys want to ask before we wrap up this session? We got a lot of comments coming in, and I don't think let's see, is there any other questions? I mean, you guys can ask about the product, whatever is this. I got a couple of minutes. I'm not sure, Pankil, do you have to run off? We'll just take maybe another one
I
or two
I
minutes.
I have to run off in next 10 minutes. I have 10 more minutes.
Yep. So I only have 2 minutes. So if not, I guess we can. Okay, we can have. Can we not just pay PenQ
Thank
the
you, Wilson.
difference so they don't have to give Appsumo a margin, right? So I think these people are even thinking of you right now, PenQ, is that they want to pay you the difference directly. Okay, they don't want to pay you the difference directly. Is there a way to do so? Do they just contact support so that they can get bumped up as
Yeah,
well?
well, like let me come up with a strategy first, guys. So I have proper foundation of where I can lead you properly. and it's gonna take probably a day before I can come up with a proper strategy, but I will. Hold off till
Okay.
then if you don't want to, and or go ahead and purchase one. But we'll make sure that you get come close to as we can, and we'll make sure that you're taken care of, or we'll make sure that you get the best possible deal ever. So yeah, no problem. I really appreciate the gesture. You wanting us to pay directly. I really do appreciate it. Just hold off. Let me make the communication a little more clear for you guys, so you have a better understanding, and then we can go from there.
Awesome, right? And we got a lot of people. This is, I guess, because of the controversy that is going on, right? There's so many people watching this stream right now. It will be recorded, and I don't know, Pankil, maybe you want to use this as an announcement for your group. Go ahead as well. Thanks so much for saying this. I'm not sure who said this, right? Thank you for your time. Pankil was not the easiest interview, right? Definitely, I think that Pankil, you being here is not easy, right? Because you come here with uh, tons of people judging you, right? And
Yeah.
thankfully, I think that you have handled everything well, and hopefully we can hear some good news for the early adopters as well. And
Right.
that's all I have. Otherwise, everyone, that's all I have. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel as well if you want to see this. If those of you who have missed this, right, you guys can go on to my YouTube channel and watch the entire interview again. Okay, and that's all I have. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Let's
Thank
continue
you.
to get stay connected, and bye bye everyone. See you
All
in
right.
the
Thank
next
you. See you guys,
episode
and thank
of
you
the
so much
Session
for the
Talk.
generous comments. Really appreciate, Henry. Have a good one.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.